it's me, your boy, trying to film twice in one day just by changing my t-shirt. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, and today I'm going to be reading 1-star reviews of my favourite books. I've seen a couple of these sort of videos floating around and I always think they're really funny. Like people reacting to bad reviews of their favourite books, and I just thought I'd do it. So what I'm going to do is, I've got my laptop in front of me, I'm going to go on Goodreads, I'm going to search for my favourite books and then look at the 1-star reviews for them, and we're just gonna see how that goes. I don't know if I'm good at reacting to things, I've never done this before, but let's just see how we get on. The big guns come first. It's The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. Now I've picked the first 2 books in the series, The Raven Boys and The Dream Thieves, because The Raven Boys is, you know, the first one of the series, so I feel like that makes sense. But The Dream Thieves is my all-time favourite out of the series, so I think we should go for that one first. The average rating is a 4.26, which I agree with. Actually, should I switch over to this side? Are you kidding me? There's like 1,000 1-star reviews. There's like 1,100 1-star reviews for The Dream Thieves. Okay. I'm literally like emotional already. Okay. I liked the first book. It was a solid 4 stars. How can you change it so much? The 39% of what I read in the second book should have been in the first book. Nothing happened. I felt like nothing happened in the first book, but it was still interesting. With this book, nothing is happening and it's annoying. These books are really character driven. The author isn't really that focused on the world. She's just character building all the time and it's annoying. I'm sorry that you hate good characters, I guess. The characters don't have personality in my opinion. You just said she took the whole time developing their characters and yet they still don't have personalities. Okay. One of the main things I don't like about these books is the writing. It's so just not good. You're wrong. I don't know what else I can say other than you're wrong, but she's wrong. I hate everyone in this book. Maybe not Noah, he is alright. I know this book is set in a weird world, but does every single character have to be weird? Okay, that's true, actually. They are all really weird. But if you grew up in a friggin' magical town where all sorts of crap is happening all the time, you're just like, you'd be pretty weird too. Oh boy, this is another review by someone called Ocean McAllister. Oh boy, I've never been so incredibly angry about books in my entire life. As I said in my review of The Raven Boys, I was disappointed in the language used. It was unnecessary and downright inappropriate, but it was infrequent enough that I was able to let it slide. The Dream Thieves, though, absolutely not. I kept track of every F-bomb thrown in. By page 300, there had been 14. She's mad because they say the word fuck. That's so funny. I've said it before and I'll say it again. How many F-words are allowed in a PG-13, aka teen movie? 1. Any more than that and you get stuck with an R rating. So why the heck is a teen novel using 14? I've no doubt they used more as well. She's literally mad because teenagers, which, by the way, always use the word fuck. That was probably the most used word in my school. I'm sorry. Just don't read it then. Another 1-star review, Thibault Nicodem. I was very tempted to give this book a 2nd star, but no, it doesn't deserve it. Not really. It did a few things right, but it's done so much of the same things wrong as its predecessor. It wouldn't be right to say the former is more important than the latter. You just spent a lot of time, a lot of words describing that you just gave it 1 star. It's quite clear that Stiefvater's style doesn't work for me. There's some subjectivity to that statement, but there's also a whole lot of show, don't tell, and this is not how you do pacing. And why do you switch points of view within a single scene, even though your book was in 3rd person limited until now? But that's part of the magic. Okay, I understand that a writing style is very subjective. You do not, like, not everybody's gonna like it. I personally love it. I love the magic of her style. I love just the way it makes me feel, and how it includes sort of, you know, it does switch perspectives, and it's fun, and it gives you what you need at the time, in my opinion. Oh, okay, I just got a glimpse of the second paragraph. Second of all, it's a book centered around Ronan Lynch, the protagonist I hate the most out of all of them in this series, and that gets as grating as a Ronan-centric book could have been. You're wrong. Ronan's a dick, but he is the dick. He is just top-notch dick behaviour, and you can't dislike him for it because it's just who he is. You can't say that he has he's a bad person, but as a character, he's great. Okay, third, the antagonist. On one hand, the book pulls a very successful bait and switch with its villain. Agreed. On the other hand, that means the villain we do end up with is a character who doesn't even get relevant until we're past the 50% mark. Let's just say, in that short of a time, he does not get compelling. I'm still not sure what his motives was, but he had a lot of gay subtext. True. And then they go on to say, fourth, the gay subtext. I had a lot of fun with it, but man, I'm tired of that shit. He literally listed the gay subtext as a problem he had with the book, and then goes on to say, I love that shit, and it's gay. Here Tharna, 1 star. Currently at chapter 17, I'm not continuing this story because it's boring. From the reviews, I can see it's Ronan's story, and the author didn't do a good job at keeping the potential premise interesting. Blue and Gansey, the people I'm actually interested in, were faded. Adam became extremely whiny, which was both pathetic and irritating. And finally, the grey man. Really? Grey man with grey eyes wearing a grey shirt? Really? Okay. Alright, grey man. What else are you going to call him? He doesn't have a name. He doesn't want people to know his name. If you kept on reading, you'd realise he does have a name, and why he didn't use his name. If you're interested in Blue and Gansey, just keep reading. That's the thing. There's 4 books in this series. Clearly, each one of them focuses on sort of a different part of their story. And the second one's about Ronan. Get over it. If you don't like it, just power through and make it to the end. Even if you DNF it and then come back for Blue Lily Lily Blue, you'll have a lot more Blue and Gansey content. Okay, one more, and then I'll go on to the next book. I think I'm just going to do 2 because I technically only have 2 favourite books of all time. Caitlin. I DNF'd. I just couldn't finish this book, unfortunately. The Leyline stuff was really confusing the crap out of me and making me bored out of my mind. I stopped caring about Ronan's ability to take things out of his dreams. Yeah, I was really excited about that. And all the switching between perspectives was not working out for me. That's fair. The perspective switching, I get it. It's not for everyone. For me, it really keeps everything sort of going and alive, and I really love dipping into that sort of thing, but I get it. The Leyline stuff is all about that. It's literally the whole book, the whole series is based on ley lines. So don't read it if you're not interested in them. As some of you might know, some of you might not, my favourite book of all time is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I don't think I've ever seen a bad review for it. So I'm going to try and find one. Am I ready? Am I ready for this? I don't know. 14,000 1-star reviews. But then it does have 239,000 5-star reviews. So in reality, you're all wrong. Outweighed. If there was a vote on it, you'd lose. A lot. Sunny rated it 1 star. And she said, you know when you start reading a book and the writing is so fucking magical and you feel like you're in a fairy tale because the author's sentences flow like flower petals in the wind, and then you keep on reading and reading and the writing is still fucking magical, but also nothing has really happened, and then you're at the end of the book where the writing is still magical, but still nothing happened. That was this book. I'm glad you appreciate the writing style of the amazing Erin Morgenstern. I appreciate that you took the time to congratulate her on her writing style because it is fucking magical. You're right. But saying nothing happened, I don't want to give too much away, but a lot happens in this book. Were you paying attention? Everybody's saying it's boring and that nothing happens, but that's not true. So much happens. You got the game storyline, you got the romance storyline, you got the friggin' twin storyline, you got the whole actual like circus being made storyline, you got the clock storyline, you got the other timeline running parallel storyline. There's so much happening. I love how I'm really arguing as if these people are listening. No one cares what I'm saying. I really don't understand why the author chose to set this book in the time period she did if she was not going to include any of the interesting details of the period. I understand that point, I really do actually. But also it's set in a friggin' magical circus. If a magical circus turned up today, right? If you were just walking around your town and in a big ass field, this big circus turned up with no warning, like, people can't do that nowadays. So it makes sense to set it in this time when that could have happened and nobody would have questioned it, because circuses were a big thing in the Victorian times. They were like a main source of entertainment for families. Katie Parker, 1 star. I'm going to preface this by saying I'm going to waste as little time and effort as possible thinking and writing about this book, The Night Circus. If you're at all excited about this book, you probably shouldn't read what I have to say about it. Can I just say, she says, I don't want to waste my time talking and thinking about it, and yet she goes on for probably 500 words? Okay, I better stop there. That was me reading 1-star reviews of my favourite books. I found it quite fun. If you want to see me do more of it, if you thought it was funny, which it probably wasn't, it probably just looks like me being an utter bitch to strangers on the internet, then let me know. Give me a thumbs up, comment down below what you think of The Night Circus and the Raven Boys, and maybe we can fight about it. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.